You're in tune to Owl of Lives. www.owloflives.net.
Can't handle the truth.
Hello everybody and welcome to the Out of Lives podcast, episode number 48. Can't believe we're only 2 away from 50.
Oh, I know, it's gone so fast.
Flies in. That voice you can hear there is the most popular man in Peterborough. It's Kevin Tarn.
Hey, thank you. Yes, thank you.
And
Hello,
the least popular person in Norway, it is Sophia Harris.
Thanks. Hi. Great time to be alive. Hey.
And making his podcast debut in the absence of Dave, we've got, and I had to write down your name, so I'm really sorry if I butcher it, okay? It's Diego Juan Carlos Francesco Fernandez Wyatt. No. Dave's brother?
No, Fernando Fernandez.
Oh, sorry, Fernando Fernandez. ¿Quieres call you Diego?
Sí.
Can I just call you Dave?
Sí.
Okay, cool.
Oh.
Are you known as Dave?
Sí.
Okay, let's call you Dave then. Right, so we'll move on, and we usually get started with our highlights of the week. So guys, we'll start with you, Sophia. What is your highlight of the week?
My highlight, I think a lot of people, it was a highlight for a lot of people, I think. I just loved watching the Fine Bros just shoot themselves in the leg. It was the best of times. Like,
Everybody
honestly.
likes watching a good disaster, don't they?
Yeah, I mean, well, I guess people are listening if they don't. I think most people know what's happened. Like, I mean,
Be under a rock if you didn't.
Yeah, well, let's just explain it for people who are under a rock, because I missed the majority of it.
Yeah. Okay, so Fine Bros, they do the reaction videos. You know, like elders react, kids react, yada yada yada.
Yeah,
Everybody's seen one video, and they're kind of dumb. And well, people like them. I personally, whatever. Anyways, so the Fine Bros, they're the people who made this shit, and they've been making millions off of basically other people watching videos that they don't have the license to use. Just putting that out there. And then a few days ago, they came with this like big announcement video, and like it starts off really like rainbows and oh my god, we made it so far, blah 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 blah. And then they were like, we're gonna make React World, and you can get a license from us, and then you can make your own videos, but you have to do it under us, and we get money. And everybody was like, are you kidding me? Like, it was so obvious that this was just money. First of all, they tried trademarking React.
Yeah, I think that's what the biggest controversy was about. The whole
Yeah, 'cause-
trademarking.
So,
Yeah.
that is a bit ridiculous.
It's way too general of a. First of all, the term is too general, and videos were starting to like. YouTube started taking down videos with React in it, and you know that's where. To be fair, that's a bit on full screen as well because they own Fine Bros Entertainment, so it was them who sort of did the copyright strikes. But you know,
Just so people are listening, this isn't us reacting to this news. This is just
no.
us discussing it.
Yeah, we're just discussing, explaining.
Have you heard the latest, though, from them?
Oh yeah. So back to the story, right? People got pissed because they, you know, why are you taking our videos down? They didn't create a React video. That's been there since the dawn of videos, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So people got pissed, and then people started unsubbing like crazy. And I think it was like in 24 hours they lost like over 100,000 subscribers.
Yeah.
Like it was crazy. It was nuts to just sit there and watch people just like it was just scrolling. I've never seen anything like it before, and I don't think anybody has. Then they made an update video, which was basically nonsense. They were like, "We're not doing this, yada yada." People were like, "Nope, we're not buying it. You're still doing it." People are still, you know, the videos are getting taken down. This is nonsense. And then now they were like, okay, we're going to take it all back. So.
Yeah, they're not
They took
going
it
to
all back.
trademark React.
Nope.
They're going to take all their copyright claims off all the videos they have already.
No more React World. Aww.
Did damage.
But the damage has been done, though, hasn't it, really?
I think
Yeah,
it's good,
that's the
though,
thing.
because it set a precedent now where people won't be able to get away with copyrighting stuff that's on YouTube. Because
Yeah.
if this had gone through, I think people would have started to copyright some really silly stuff and like stop other creators from creating.
I'm currently copywriting the word respond, so
Oh, shit. Can't make a response video.
Yes, you can. You can be part of Respond World.
But I have to give you 30%, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, let's just call it 60-40.
Do I
Okay,
get a package full of artifacts that I can use in my videos?
Yes,
Like
you,
logos?
you have a
Pictures.
license, and
Oh.
we'll talk about it afterwards anyway.
Oh,
That's
awesome.
beautiful.
Yeah.
I
That's
just
your
thought...
highlight, just watching someone basically die on the internet.
No, I love watching people have karma bite them in the ass, because that's what's happening right now. They have been making so much money off of people watching content that they don't own. If they'd like had people react to their own videos, fair enough. But they are showing videos that other people have made, some YouTubers, some just random TV shows or whatever it is, and they don't have the license to use those, yet they get millions of dollars for it. So I feel like this is just karma biting them in the ass, where they're like, oh, now we want even more money. And then
Tell
they're
what
like,
this
nope.
reminds me of as well. This reminds me of when Sony tried to trademark Let's Play. That was
Yeah,
recent
exactly.
as well, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was last year or something? I don't know.
Which was ridiculous in itself
Still.
as well.
I think
Yeah.
anyone's ever trademarked video, and I could just get like 30% of every YouTube video ever.
That'd be fun. What would you trademark if it was like a word? Any word. Not just like video, but in like general, like
Oh,
television.
easy. Porn.
Okay. Oh yeah, that's a good one.
Easy. You'd make a
MILF.
fortune with it. You'd be on some good money too, Kev. But I mean, you couldn't be MILF porn because then you'd have to pay me.
Okay, boobs.
Alright, that's a good one.
But have you ever Googled boobs?
No.
Well-
I'll probably have at some point.
I don't believe you.
Sophia, what would you trademark?
Oh, with word?
Yeah.
Oh no, I didn't think of it.
Well, you asked a question.
I know, but I didn't think of my own answer.
She wanted to react to ours.
Yeah, I want a reaction out of you, so I could like make people laugh of it and be like, "Yeah, it was my idea." Ha ha.
Actually, do you know what I'll trademark? Out of Lives.
What?
Nobody steal that name, please.
You should probably think about doing that.
Out of Lives is the. Did you anyone read about the policeman who got a person pregnant when he was undercover, and he had relationships and stuff like that?
What are you talking about?
It was all over the press a few months ago, but anyway, that investigation was called Out of Lives, and is the reason why we are outoflives.net and not .com. And I wonder how many people are trying to find out about creepy policemen and ended up on our website.
Just see a picture of our mugs on there. Like,
Essentially-
these are the weirdos.
It's all about policemen who go undercover and enter into relationships and things like that.
I've always wondered why we were .net.
Yeah, that is the reason why.
Oh, I thought it was just cool.
We fought up with the name before we bought Webspace.
I know what word I would trademark.
I was just buying you time.
Yeah, I would trademark party. Like
Party.
the verb to party. Because I think like every single song ever has that word in it, and every single movie, and like just like yeah.
Yeah, but I think to get around it, people would just turn around and stop using party and start using shindig.
I don't think that's gonna work.
Yeah, come on, let's all have a shindig.
It does sound better, to be fair.
I'm just
you
going
can
to
say
trademark
Kiki.
Google.
I think it already is, isn't it?
You're a bit late, ain't you, mate?
Yeah, but you said any word.
Hey guys, why don't we try and make Bing happen?
Microsoft have been trying.
I'm trying.
Right, well, anyway, this is going down the toilet. So, Diego, what is your highlight of the week?
I've not really got one, to be honest. I went to see a amazing band at the weekend called Coheed and Cambria, but it left me a little bit deaf. So I've been struggling with that for 4 days. I've only just got the ring in to leave and have a night's sleep.
It is actually meant to be really bad for your hearing, concerts like that, especially if you're near the front.
I was bang smack at the front. The two bands leading up to it was a band called The Crooks, which were awful, and a band called Glassjaw, which may have been awful if I could hear them over the distortion.
What kind of what genre is this?
It's sort of rock, progressive rock.
Oh, rad.
But yeah, like the main band I went to see, amazing. The other two, not so great. But I mean, I was walking around Cardiff and I bumped into the band, which was pretty cool.
Oh,
that's sweet.
Yeah,
I love when that happens.
That was pretty. I mean, I get really sort of embarrassed. I was a bit sort of like, oh, stood there. My mate had a photo taken, but you know when you can just tell. I mean, it was pouring it down with rain, and they obviously didn't want to be stood in the middle of the rain having photos taken. But my mate's like, "No, it's fine. They won't mind." Hey, Zach,
Just
can I have a photo? Yeah,
They probably didn't mind. They probably think it's nice.
but yeah, we got VIP tickets, and that was great. Really good weekend. But that's why I've missed out on things like the Phone Bros because I've been away.
Ah, see, I'm gonna lose my hearing tomorrow. I'm going to a concert.
What are you seeing?
Tame Impala.
Oh, they're really good.
Yeah, but like I met the band. I met the vocalist a couple of years ago, and it was kind of awkward because I was I ended up backstage randomly, and I was standing in the middle of the chick who plays Ginny Weasley in Harry Potter, and she was like arguing with her boyfriend, and I was like in the center for some reason. And then the vocalist came out, and I started like interviewing him because that's how I came in. I was like, "Hey, I'm a journalist. Can I interview you?" I didn't really, who cares? And I interviewed him, and I couldn't stop thinking about Ginny Weasley and her boyfriend because they were like so distracting, and it was just the weirdest of times. He was just okay.
The weirdest celebrity thing I've ever had was I went to a concert with my mum for her birthday to see Kings of Leon.
Oh, that's adorable.
Yeah, which is embarrassing enough as it is, if I didn't then, whilst there, win backstage passes for the both of us. So we went backstage, VIP and everything. Had our photos taken with a band, and she's just like, "I love you so much." It was just so awkward. And I mean, there's a photo, I'll have to dig it out later. There's a photo of me and my mum in the band, and I just look like I'm dying.
Is your mum now a groupie for the band?
She wishes.
Hey, it's not groupies, it's Band-Aids.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
Yeah.
That's a great reference.
Get.
That was a great reference.
Anyway, let's keep this train wreck moving along and go on to Kev. What is your highlight of the week?
My highlight would probably be rediscovering Jurassic Park. Actually, because I haven't seen it in like a good 10 years, so I
Did you
thought...
lose the DVD?
No, I just
rediscovered it down the back of the sofa.
And I went back to watch it, and I wondered if it would hold up through my like rose-tinted nostalgia glasses. And to be honest, it was better than I remembered. That film is just so good, and it's like you'd think the CGI would be really bad. It is a bit dated, being 20 plus years old and that, but it still holds up.
I don't think it's that dated either. I watched it just before Christmas, and the bit in the kitchen still looks really good. You know, when the
Yeah.
Oh,
rats
yeah.
are trapped in
it
it.
does. It does. It's
Still
such an
looks
iconic
great.
scene, that.
It's beautiful.
That's
I don't know, I cry from Jurassic Park, so I'm not gonna... Yeah.
Which bit?
The music.
Oh, just
When
the
it says
music.
"Welcome to Jurassic Park," I'm crying.
It does have the greatest tune ever. I love that tune.
Literally,
Whenever it comes on.
that tune. Literally, when I was at Universal this summer, like I was going on the ride, and it was just like they opened like the gate and the song came on. I started crying, and like these tourists were just like, "Are you okay?"
Nostalgia.
Yeah, I was like, "Oh, my
tell you-
childhood."
I tell you, the best moment in that whole film, and it fills me with nostalgia, and I don't know why. I think it's because it's the one scene I remember seeing in the cinema when I watched it as a kid. And it's the scene where they're in the cars at night time and there's that storm when the T-Rex breaks out the enclosure.
Just the
Yeah.
water.
Yeah, and the whole scene where the lamb leg lands on the roof, even though I know it's coming, it still makes me jump every single time. That film is amazing. I love
It
it.
really is so good.
Yeah.
Kev, do you have ITV too?
Yes, I've got Freeview, so I guess so.
Yeah, basically they pretty much show a Jurassic Park movie every night,
Oh,
or,
it's
or
ridiculous.
King Kong.
It's
My
ridiculous
TV
how
stays on
often
True
it's on.
TV, so...
Yeah, The Lost World's been on, I don't know, 15 times in the last day.
It's generally on right now.
But does it show the first one?
I
I
don't.
think it does.
I don't know. It always seems to be 2 or 3. I can't
Because they're
remember
the
last
cheap
time-
ones.
That's true. That is true. Well, anyway, my highlight of the week was a beta that got played over the weekend.
Was it Football Manager 2017?
I wish. No, it was a Division.
Yeah, that was incredible. I'm glad they released the beta to everyone because
Yeah, and there's no NDA. Yay!
yeah, we can actually talk about it for once.
So, I played the alpha. I played the beta. It was exactly the same bit from the beta that we got in alpha. Mm-hmm. But I still thoroughly enjoyed it.
Yeah, it was over so quickly, Alpha, like the story part. It was only like maybe an hour's worth of content. So I'm just hoping there's plenty of content in the main game.
They're not going to give you more than an hour, though. Let's
I
be honest.
know, but it's that good that the time just melts away and it's over so quick. And then all you've got left to do really is just go looking around the place, looking for the odd bit of loot.
So
That's what she said.
Is the beta now over?
Yeah, it finished yesterday morning.
I literally installed it. It took so long to install, and then I went to work, and then I went to Cardiff, and I did not get a chance, and I'm absolutely gutted.
Well,
Same.
Dave, you're lucky because they're doing an open beta at the end of the month.
Yes, this is what I hear, and I swear to God, it coincides with me moving house,
Oh, 26.
which will be like no internet for me. So
It's funny, your brother's moving house at the same time. Are you moving in together?
yes, we
Ah.
yeah.
Tell me to rot in hell.
I think I'm just gonna assume that you're all correct, and it is an amazing game, and just bloody buy it when it comes out.
As long as the content's there, like I do have Kev's concern when you look at the areas. So there's sort of 4. This is just an estimate. I don't know this for a fact, but there seem to be 4 or 5 sort of upgradable areas, and each one seems to have like 5 missions.
Yeah, but you're forgetting that me and Kev have played hours upon hours upon hours of a game that only had like 6 missions in it.
That is very true.
I think the raids did a lot for that game though, which Division doesn't have.
It could do though. I keep on saying this. It's like there wasn't raids in Destiny that started, was there? You know what I mean? So you never know. There could be something along like that. As I said, a giant fat man that takes like 10,000 bullets to go down.
That's the point. Did you like my Ghostbusters idea, Dave?
I did.
Diego.
It's right, you can call me that. I did, yeah, it's a really good idea. And now I really, really want a Ghostbusters tie-in when they make the film. That's not shit. Which won't happen, but still.
Do you remember that Ghostbusters game that was on 360? That game was amazing.
Yeah, it was quite good, actually. For a sort of...
It still looks really good as well. If you watch like YouTube videos of it, the graphics hold up.
Well, as long as you don't react to that YouTube video, we'll be alright.
Yeah, don't react to anything.
I don't react to anything anymore.
No.
Well, Diego, I hope your brother has briefed you well on how to do this, because it is time for the download.
The download.
Our headlines this week. Mock the robots. Deadpool is underage. Everything is awesome, especially Star Wars. The ants have been squished.
Witness me!
EA E3, no more. First on the list, it's been announced that Dara O'Brien's to present a new series of Robot Wars alongside Angela Scanlon, who I've never heard of. So they're replacing Craig Charles and Philippa Forrester of old. Mr. O'Brien said, Mr. O'Brien, I'm thrilled to be presenting Robot Wars. For too long, the schedules have cried out for a show in which dedicated amateurs toiling day and night handcraft sophisticated automatons built on the delicate interplay of hand-wired servo motors with custom-built circuit boards and fingertip motion control, just to see them get smashed to pieces by a dustbin carrying a massive hammer. It's war, and how I love it. Which is a really, really interesting statement that I should have read before I started reading it out.
Should also breathe.
I know,
Yeah.
yes.
It's in
Yes,
Glasgow.
It is in Glasgow. I think that's a great choice for a presenter, actually.
Yeah, I think I can't argue. Is it not Breen as well? It's not Brian, is it? Is it not Breen?
Brian. I know who you. I know who it is. He's got no hair.
And he was on Mock the Week,
He was on What the Week, hence
and he
the
did a math show.
Yeah, no, very funny guy. So, yeah, I'm now even more excited for it. I still don't know who this Angela Scanlon is. Scanlon? I actually got quite a robot name, innit? Scanlon. Introducing Scanlon. But yeah, so Jonathan Pierce will return to comment. Oh my god. Will return. It's just this English language. I'm used to Mexican.
There's no such language as Mexican.
Not Spanish, but Mexican.
Jonathan Pierce will return to commentate as he was the commentator in the original series. So, we all still excited for this?
Sophia?
Do you really think that I watch Robot Wars?
Yes. I thought
You look
I'm
like
not-
you would.
I'm not British enough.
It's not a British concept, isn't it? I thought it
Well,
was.
We don't have robot wars in Norway. We have shows of people dress up as Vikings. Literally, we have a show about
You
that.
have Viking Wars?
We had, a friend of mine was actually on it, and yeah, it's like you live the life of a Viking. It was pretty dope.
Do you know
we
everyone?
do. No.
Isn't that a bit stereotypical?
What do you mean?
That's like us doing a show based on us sitting down eating tea and crumpets in a castle.
I did actually have
Well-
crumpets today.
Sometimes in
In a
life,
castle?
that's what it is. Exactly. I don't know, but yeah, we don't have robot wars. I know the concept because I watched Friends, and there was an episode where they did like, I think that was Friends.
No, it's. I think you're thinking of Big Bang Theory.
No, How I Met Your Mother. It's How I Met Your
How
Mother.
many TV
yeah.
shows are we going to go through in one sentence?
Let's just do all of them. But yeah, it was one of those shows. So yeah, I don't watch it, but I know it's wars and robots, and that's cool, I guess. That's my opinion.
This is awesome. I can't wait.
I'm going to be going to every live recording that I can.
Have you actually applied to go to them? Because I think you have to start applying now
Yep,
to get.
BBC website, yep.
No, I think it's audience, isn't it?
No, BBC website, you go to bbc.com, you click on audience.
Oh, okay. Oh, no. Good.
Well, that's what I presume if I'd done it.
I wonder what the age rating for the new series would be.
An age rating? You know something? I genuinely think that age ratings are dead in the water.
Do you?
Yeah, like a Deadpool.
Oh my god.
We could have just done a segue from age rating.
No, because I do the segues, Dave. Do not get on my territory.
That's the worst.
The
The worst.
So, yes, Deadpool has been confirmed as a 15 in the UK. So the BBFC, which stands for what, Kev?
Big balls, fat cunt.
Yeah. Has classified the film,
Classic.
giving it a 15 certificate. The film has earned its 15 for strong bloody violence, sexual language... sexual language?
Oh.
No, strong language and sex references.
Sexual language.
Anyone
Damn.
disappointed with it getting a 15?
No, because
well,
that's what American R rating is anyway. Like the majority of
Yeah.
American films that come over here that are R end up being 15. So
Yeah, it's the same here in Norway. It was like when The Ring came out. That was an R rated in America, right? That was 15 in
Yeah.
Norway. All the horror movies are 15, pretty much.
See, what I've seen from the trailer, I think it looks good enough, and I thought it was going to get an 18, but
that if it was an 18, that would be an NC-17 in America, which is
Yeah.
very, very rare for a movie to be that.
no, I'm not that bothered that it's a 15. I still think it's going to have all the strong bloody violence, strong language, and sex references I expected it to have anyway.
I mean, when the BBFC says it's going to be there, then it's going to be there.
Yeah, exactly. Interestingly, the makers of the film said they didn't have to cut much to get that rating. So
I don't think they cut anything.
I think it was very, very minimal. And it was probably stuff they would have cut to make the running time anyway. The running time being 108 minutes.
That's good. Not too long, not
Which
too
is
short.
exactly the length
Yeah.
a film should be.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah. No, generally excited for Deadpool, which comes out on the 9th over here.
It opens up against Zoolander 2 as well, doesn't it? So it'd be interesting to see which of those does better. Because I know
I've
there's
gotta
a
be
big fan
honest.
base.
Oh.
I liked Zoolander the first one, but the trailers for the second one aren't selling it to me.
Oh, they are me. See, I'm not the biggest fan of the first one, but I'm loving the trailers so far.
No, I've got a bit of an air of cash-in going on.
You can't really call it cash in like 15, 20 years later, though, can you?
Yeah, but it could just be a film that's like, oh, we'll just stick Zoolander 2 on it, and then we can, that whole, why did you kill Justin Bieber? Oh, really? You have to ask that question? It's like, Justin Bieber jokes aren't funny anymore.
They are.
I'm just like, I'm really sad because David Bowie won't be in this one.
Yeah.
I didn't even think of that.
Because I saw the first one the other day, and I was like, oh no, that's so sad.
Oh, you've made me really sad now.
It was
I'm
recorded
sorry.
last year, though, so you don't know he won't be in it.
That's very true as
I
well.
don't think they said he was going to be in it anyways. I
For
don't
2
know.
years.
Look, I'm going to go and see it regardless, but I'm
Yeah.
more excited for Deadpool, so if I was to see one of the two films, I think it would be Deadpool. And plus,
That's my Valentine's.
yeah, Deadpool's more of
Yeah.
a cinema film, I think.
Yeah, I would
Yeah.
agree with that. I always think it's like quite interesting, like how they put the pieces together, like Lego.
Lego Star Wars is getting a Force Awakens video game. So that's pretty much the news.
Yeah.
Yeah. So the latest entry in the Lego video game franchise. Has anyone seen the Star Wars trailer that they've done for this? Which was pretty much taking that initial teaser trailer we got. We got that over a year ago now, wasn't it?
Yeah.
And remade it in Lego, which I thought was quite funny, actually.
It was the humour in the games are always good. I don't actually like the Lego games, to be honest with you, but they're not aimed at me. But the humour and the cutscenes and everything else is fantastic. I really enjoyed the trailer.
I probably won't get it, but, it looks good.
Yeah. Same.
Yeah, but, something though, I think it is like, any way that they can make money, they're going to do it, aren't they? Like things like the Star Wars The Force Awakens or Lego The Force Awakens, should I say. Let's just hope they all don't blow it in booze and strippers.
Oh, we go straight on that.
These are great segues. Well done.
Mm-hmm.
That was much better.
Yeah.
So, Ant Simulator devs have blown all their budget on booze and strippers.
Yeah.
So, Ant Simulator has been cancelled after 2 of the devs allegedly blew all the Kickstarter and investment funding on restaurants, booze, and strippers. That seems like
Friday night.
Yeah.
It was only a matter of time, wasn't it, till someone on Kickstarter did something like this?
I'm surprised it took this long, really.
Yeah.
Are they liable for any of it?
Well, I'll read a statement that Eric, I'm going to butcher his name now, Eric Terashinsky, who was the lead programmer, he's not anymore, he's now resigned, said, "A year and a half ago, I signed an LLC agreement with them. I trusted them and they had been my friends for 11 years. That means that resigning and therefore cancelling the development of Ant Simulator is really the only option available to me right now." They went over the contract line by line with me, and I reviewed the whole thing twice. I just didn't realise they had protected themselves, screwed me. Like the fact that they had listed themselves as consultants, so they aren't legally obligated to work on anything, but still have the rights to spend the money. And I had no idea what their plan was until it was too late. So it sounds like he's been swindled himself.
Yeah.
So
I feel bad for the dude.
Yeah, I mean, that would just be terrible. I mean, if you've got a pre-order for it, you're going to get a refund, but...
Yeah, and he probably wanted to use some of that money for strippers and prostitutes and everything, Nothing left for him.
Exactly. That's probably what hurts him the most, is that his friends
Yeah.
not only did this, but didn't invite him to the stripper booze and restaurant parties they were having. Not parties, shindigs.
Shindig, I was going to say.
Oh, yeah,
That went
shindigs.
It's got to be shindigs.
Yeah, they ain't got no money to be
Yes.
paying off of Sophia, have they?
What?
I said they haven't got money to be paying you off to be using that word, so it's shindig.
Ah.
So yeah, he claims that he's legally obligated to take down any videos that were created as part of his work, and that includes all Ant Simulator videos and popular Kickstarter funded series of game development tutorials. So this poor guy's lost everything, basically.
But the people who invested in the game on Kickstarter, so I'm guessing the people who paid like the full whack price for a pre-order get their money back. What about everyone else?
No,
So they
no,
just-
I think if it's a Kickstarter that's failed, do you get your money back? I don't think you do you?
What if it's spent? Where's it coming from?
Does anyone care?
Does Kickstarter protect the money, like PayPal sort of thing?
I don't
Maybe
think
we
so.
should make a Kickstarter for a thing, like a firm that can prevent things from that things from happening on Kickstarter. Do you get what I mean?
Yeah, like a legal firm that represents and
Yeah.
makes sure that all the contracts are up to date and correct and can try and weed out the...
Prostitutes.
But then at the same time,
I don't know if you can kickstart a prostitute.
I
Oh,
don't know.
we'll see about
I'm sure
that.
there's some out there, Ross.
Oh my god, yes.
the worst part is it sounds like he says they've been friends for 11 years, and then they had every intention of doing this. That's the worst part.
Well, if
I
they
mean-
did a contract and named themselves whatever it was, and then they're
consultants.
obviously, they were obviously protecting themselves, so they had the idea of what they were going to do.
That's exactly that's it. That's just the way. That's like
It's
if we set up like a network, say we call it Out of Lives Network or something, and then
Yeah.
people were we were getting money from Kickstarter or Patreon or something like that, and then me and Kev,
That
who
Dave.
are consultants, all that Dave,
That fucking Dave, the lying
went
bastard.
to Amsterdam, blew all the money, and then just left it down to Ross to pay back all those people. It'd be terrible, wouldn't it?
Yeah, it's never going to happen. See, these guys, though, honestly, they are pirates, and I'm just so sorry that their friend of 11 years had to witness this happen to him.
So The Witness came out. So that's The Witness, Braid creator Jonathan Blow's newest game. But apparently he's reporting it's suffering from widespread piracy on PC. It's so problematic it could impact developer Feckler's, or how you pronounce that, ability to make another game.
It's terrible.
So that is pretty bad. So he's been tweeting out, he says, it seems The Witness is the number one game on a certain popular torrent site. We didn't have to name that site specifically. Unfortunately, this will not help us afford to make another game.
But didn't I read somewhere else that it made record money?
It's doing really well. It's outsold Braid.
Right, okay.
Well, I've heard it's really, really good. I haven't gotten a chance to play it myself, so I can't really say anything. But I have friends who can't stop shutting up about it. So
Yeah,
apparently it's good.
I
I
see it
think
on
this is the
Facebook
reason
a lot.
why a lot of developers choose not to go to PC as well.
Yeah.
Because they lose a lot of income, because it's so easy to pirate stuff on PC. Whereas on console, it's fixed to the actual console, isn't it?
Don't
It's
know with
not as easy.
DRM nowadays. So with DRM nowadays, which was such controversy when SimCity started, but now like Tomb Raider's got it and someone else got. It's very, very hard because you need that digital mark to actually pirate it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But he's been he doesn't like DRM. This is what he said. He says he likes people to have the freedom to own their things.
You still own it. You just need to connect to the internet.
Yeah. So it's what's annoying is that someone who's who's all for not putting these DRMs on is then getting completely ripped off. Mm-hmm. That's the worst part.
I reckon that's
Thing
why
is,
they released it in console at the same time, like as in PlayStation, because I think they may have expected a lot. Well, everyone's going to expect that in PC, and having it on console where you can't do it, you think people might just want to pick it up at that point. I think they're fine. I think this is just a please don't pirate my game.
I read as well that it's meant to be coming to Xbox One.
Yeah.
So that's more revenue coming in for him.
Very true. Very true. I just hope that he doesn't ditch making games, because obviously the games he makes is fantastic.
Yeah.
That wasn't good enough. Try again.
Okay. Like, he could have introduced like some form of pay model where you buy a game for $50 and then have to buy cards to actually unlock the next section of the game, a bit like what EA did, or they could just ditch it.
Oh.
That's much better.
Thank
So
you.
when you put your mind to it. Right, so moving on, EA is ditching its booth at E3 this year so it can open its demos to the public. Now, initially, that headline was all that sounds amazing. Is it? Let's have a look. So, they're not going to have the usual booth. Instead, they're hosting an event called EA Play in Los Angeles and London, where we all frequent often. They're doing this so the public can come and play demos of the upcoming games before E3 gets underway. So, does it make much of a difference?
No, I don't think so.
When I first read this title, I thought they were doing it so they're still having their main show floor, aren't they?
No.
At E3.
No, they're having their keynote, but they're not having any...
Yeah, sorry, that's what I meant. Their keynote, they're having that. But what I thought they were doing was that they were going to release demos digitally across like Xbox One and PS4.
Yeah, admittedly, that's what I thought it meant when I first read sort of the first few lines, and then became more and more disinterested as it went on.
Mm-hmm.
I just think it's very weird, just because I feel like, I don't know if you remember last year, but like so many games were like announced outside of E3, like before E3 even began.
It's
Yeah,
because they don't want to share the spotlight, isn't it?
Yeah, I feel like E3 has just become this sort of big mashup of nonsense now, and it's like everything is so squished into those days, and it's
love
so much
E3.
information. It's great, but I mean, the best part is people like fucking up. Like that's the funnest part. Like when they send some random nerd out, and he's standing on the stage all shivering with his microphone,
Unravel
and then
guy. Unravel guy.
yeah, and then you can
Jason
the moment.
Derulo.
I was going to say Jason Derulo.
I love the moment when there's like some really nerdy dude who's standing there, and then the moment when you look at him and you realize he's realizing that millions of people are watching him right now. You know what I mean? That
Yeah,
moment.
and you
Yeah, but that
physically
would be-
see him
that'd
shit
be
himself.
So scary.
I thought you said
You see
washing
the fear
him.
in their eyes. What?
I thought you said washing him.
Oh yeah, yeah, washing.
But-
No, but I love watching people and on the stage just waiting for the moment where you can tell in their eyes that they're like, oh shit.
I can't do that, see. I feel embarrassed for them if they start doing something really stupid, so I have to turn it off.
Was it E3 last year when they had the Sims?
Sims Party.
Yeah,
No.
it was. wasn't even announcing it. It was like already a thing, and they came on, and it was just the most cringiest thing I've ever seen. And of course, Jason Derulo, that was really bad as well. But you're right though. All these games have been announced before E3 even comes out. Like, we knew Fallout 4 was coming. What was it? 2 weeks before E3. They did their announcement on the website.
Yeah, Nathan Drake collection. And it was like
So I think maybe
Dark Souls. I think too. Rumors and all stuff.
Was that officially announced, or I can't remember?
Yeah,
now.
Dark
remember,
Souls
but yeah.
was only just announced at E3, wasn't it? Because everyone thought it was a sequel to Bloodborne already.
Yeah, he's
Oh,
right.
yeah. There were a lot of stuff, at least. I remember there were a lot of games I kept thinking, what are they going to talk about, you know?
But if EA is doing that this year, and then next year others start taking the same sort of route, is E3 going to be like a month-long event then?
Or is it just going to end up being a gimmick? Just like a place where, you know, I think developers are just going to go and do their own thing. Instead of put it on the show floor with all the people who, like, are, like, the least serious journalists ever. And I love that. I love that, like, during Bethesda, like, when they put on Fallout and, like, the journalists were all, like, little kids, like, screaming and jumping and, like, applauding. Like, that was adorable. But, you know, it was, like, the funnest stuff. We see all these people who, like, at 1 minute they were serious journalists, like, writing in their notebooks, and then 1 moment later, like, oh my god!
Yeah, I did get a little bit excited with Fallout 4 though myself. I can't really.
Everybody did.
Isn't this whole EA event before E3?
Yeah. So.
Yeah.
This is. I don't think there's dates. Yes, there is. The LA one will take place on June 12th to the 14th, and we get stiffed in London with only 1 day on the June 12th.
Typical.
Ah.
It's a smart business move though, if you think about it, because now, whereas at E3 you share the limelight with all those other developers and stuff, now they can have their own little thing, get their stuff out in the public, get people talking about it, and then everyone has E3 after.
I get that, but all the articles on the lead up to E3 is normally what we expect from E3 predictions. It's still going to get lost in E3 stuff, isn't it? It's not like we don't hear anything about E3 leading up to it.
But look at Bethesda last year; they went first, and I think the other ones had to try and top it.
True.
Yeah.
You know, I think when you getting in there first means that the focus is on your news leading into E3.
The thing is, will they have enough stuff to show at their own fucking event? Because I remember that one year they just showed loads of dev footage which weren't actual games.
Yeah, but it's funny because this year most of them games come out, but I know what you mean. It was Battlefront, Mirror's Edge. You know what? That was weird, to be honest with you, all that. But I don't know, like, it's EA. They've got Mass Effect coming out.
Do you know what? I reckon they might have a Star Wars game, because you know there's been rumblings about Visceral doing a Star Wars game. I bet they've got their own events so they can announce that.
Possibly.
I'm just looking forward to Nintendo, man. They'll be killing it every year.
Yeah.
They're puppets and badly shot things.
Yeah.
They're like,
the most entertaining thing I seen last year was that Nintendo tournament.
Oh really?
When I played Splatoon.
I just think they're adorable. I feel like they are like the cute little kid in the class who's like go up and read their paper, and like it's terrible, but they're so cute. They're just like, ah.
Yeah,
I mean?
I never watched Nintendo.
They're also having back to EA. They're also having esports tournament and special guests, so they probably can pack
Jason
theirs.
Derulo.
Yes,
I think the
hope it's
esports
Jason
is
Derulo.
probably going to be the big one.
EA Sports. It's in the game.
Well, anyway, our talking point for this week is still keeping on video games and movies, with the 2016 being a year when a lot of people seem to be making video game movies. We're going to run through some of the ones that are coming out this year and beyond. Exactly correct. So, Dave, what's the first one?
Am I doing this as well? Oh, fuck! So you lot are lazy fucking.
What's happening?
Right. So there's plenty of games that you could make movies from. Like, think of all the really cool high action games you could play. I mean,
Fallout Shelter.
I've always thought Rise, Son of Rome would make a really good video game.
Watch Gladiator.
Movie. Yeah, well, true, yeah. But Angry Birds is the first on the list. So this is coming out on the 13th of May, and I don't think we need to talk about it. It's about some birds. They're angry, and they
Ross
don't like
loves it.
pigs. Yeah, Ross, you're actually generally excited for this.
Oh,
aren't
I can't wait.
My God.
It's just like, what did he do to get them angry? Did he like steal their purses or something? Or
I do love the fact that this is an origin story. That's the best part.
Have you seen the trailers?
I have seen one that
Oh my
admittedly
God!
made me chuckle.
It's just basically he has inner anger. He has anger issues. That's just
See,
the whole
I
plot.
haven't seen the trailer, but like I got like a flash of like the end of the movie ending up like one of the not the last one, but the Hunger Games before that one, where Katniss just like looking into the camera and she's all pissed, and then like fades to black, and that was like the second to last Hunger Games movie, and that's gonna be like. So I'm imagining this movie ending with like a bird just like
You're going to be
puffing
very
and puffing
disappointed.
and getting like super angry, and then it's like bam, Angry Birds directors.
I think that
wonder
might
if-
be your opening.
Yeah.
Well, it's an origin story. Why are they angry?
He has anger issues. That's what I got from the trailer. He's just got built-in anger.
Sounds
He's got daddy
terrible.
issues.
That's the first movie, anyway. Second one, I know Ross is excited for this one as well. Assassin's Creed, which is coming on the 30th of December next year. So
I can't
that's-
wait for this one.
Are you excited for this as well?
Yeah, this is the one film that I think has a good enough premise to actually make a movie out of. It's got so many ways it can make sequels and spin-offs.
So this
I
is
think-
the premise. So it's Michael Fassbender will star as Callum Lynch, a modern-day man who discovers he has an assassin for an ancestor. Callum relives his predecessor's memories to help bring down a big threat in his own time. So it's standalone, not storyline of a previous game, but does sound exactly like the storylines of previous games.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's going to be good.
It has potential. It has great actors.
Michael Fassbender,
Yeah.
Marion Cotillard.
Did anyone watch Macbeth, the new film that came out?
Macbeth is
but-
brilliant.
Want
No.
to.
Really, really good.
Yeah. Because it's the same director, the same stars, it's the same,
Yes.
pretty much the same team.
So yeah, Fassbender
Oh.
was in that. Justin Kurzel was the director of Macbeth and this, and Marion Cotillard was in it as well. So if that film was good, why didn't they just make that Assassin's Creed? They could have called it Assassin's Creed Macbeth. I'd like this to do really well because it definitely has the potential to be a decent movie, but I don't know. Are we then going to get a film a year for the next 15 years?
Yes.
But you're right, there is so much you can do with that series in movies, so.
Yeah. What's next?
Asteroids.
No, just move on.
Ugh. Yeah, fuck that. Ugh.
Yeah, it's just going to be Deep Impact. Go and watch Deep Impact and call it Asteroids.
Deep
It's obviously
Impact is
good.
awesome.
Or Armageddon.
Nah, Deep Impact was better.
Yeah,
yeah.
Deep Impact for sure. Fuck that song. Ben Affleck.
It's got Bilbo
Ugh.
Baggins in it.
It does when he was like 12.
Deep Impact has Morgan Freeman.
Yeah, it
It
does.
always wins. It
Tia
wins.
Leone. I'm going to have to watch
Bad
that. It
Boys.
was so good.
It was.
Yeah.
Right, moving on. Borderlands. So, Take-Two's
Mad Max,
immensely
basically.
popular sci-fi game Borderlands. No, I think this could be good.
No, I reckon it'll be good, but it is basically Mad Max.
Yes, just like in Mad Max, it's about a frontier planet called Pandora, full of aliens with big wings, and looking for
It's about bandits in cars that go like in a desolate place and they rob people. So it's the same sort of thing.
Well, we have no idea when this is coming, so
And I think
Meh.
maybe with the Telltale version, it shows like Tales in the Borderlands that you could do a lot with that. So I don't.
Yeah, but that's what I'm thinking with the Telltale thing. Like, does it really need a movie then? Because it's what is it gonna? I feel like when they make movies for video games, the movie should provide something, whether it's like a backstory or a continuation or whatever. But like here, it's just like, what is the point? You know, Assassin's Creed that might open a new storyline or do something. But this is
They
sort
need-
of like, ugh.
They need their own story. They need to be based in the world rather than just ripping straight. from the
yeah, I
actual
completely
Yeah.
agree. This should just have ties to the games, but not be about anything we've seen before. Set it 200 years before, maybe something like that. You know,
game. Yeah.
don't follow the same, because we've seen it in
It doesn't
4
work.
games,
hmm
and now a 5th one, which is probably coming any minute now. You watch. So yeah, I'm up for that one. Cinematic. You know how much I love a cinematic universe.
Oh, you hate them. Well, I don't actually, 'cause that's the first time we've ever actually proper spoke.
I share the same views as my brother.
Oh, okay.
Yes, Call of Duty is getting a cinematic universe.
Move on.
Yeah. Who cares?
Just watch Black Hawk Down and change the title to Call of Duty. Drops
Yeah.
a good in.
Pretty much.
The only decent thing is if they get a bunch of Scottish people to play the soldiers in Call of Duty.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Do you know what? Like, I know we've mentioned it before, but there are some pretty decent single player campaigns in Call of Duty that would make a pretty decent
The
film.
whole Modern Warfare series was excellent.
Yeah, but you know what you could do? You could just play the game.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you could say that about all these films.
I will say it about all these films, especially the next one, Dead Rising, Watchtower 2.
Oh, they've already done the first one. It was rotten.
It was really
Yeah.
bad. Ron, hey.
Hey.
But it must have done well enough for them to think that they're making a sequel. And
Oh,
that's coming
so
out this
dumb.
year, spring. I watched I love Dead Rising, the video game series. I watched about 20 minutes of the film.
Oh really?
Yeah, it's gash.
See, I haven't seen it because I love the game so much. Dead Rising 2 is so awesome, so I was like,
No, don't. It's really bad. And they cast, I can't remember what his name is, but they cast someone as Frank from the original game, and it's just craps all over the character. But we won't get into that because I'll get angry.
yeah, don't do that.
Next up on the list, we have a Deus Ex film, apparently.
Deus Ex.
Deus Ex.
No, Deus Ex.
I like to do
A
sex.
deuce.
Yeah, Deus Ex. That would be good. I've never played it.
I've never played the games, but I know it's some sort of like human cyborg dude, isn't it? That's some sort of.
I'm neither here nor there.
I'm not bothered with that either. It sounds like a mid-2000s Matrix clone.
iRobot.
I'm pretty sure they've been trying to make this for a while, and it's just not getting anywhere. So I wouldn't expect to see it anytime soon, anyway.
Now, go on.
No.
So Five Nights at Freddy's is getting a film.
Yes.
So this is the intensely frightening point-and-click survival game. It's been,
Intensely.
it was picked up by Warner Brothers.
Right, I'm going to ask have any of you played it?
No.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I played
Is it the scariest game you've ever played?
No. PT was the scariest game.
Maybe in isolation for me. But it's pretty freaky.
Barbie's Funhouse.
It's
isn't
all
it?
about jump scares.
Yeah. They
Yeah.
even call it a jump scare in it.
So what's the premise of Five Nights at Freddy's? I've seen it.
You work as a security guard, and well, I mean there are different roles in the game, but I guess pretty much you are making sure that the monsters or the animatronics
Yeah,
are
you're
not
just
getting
watching
at.
security cameras.
You're watching security cameras and closing hatches and whatever doors,
While
making
shining
sure
your
they're not gonna
torch.
shining torches, doing a bunch of crap.
Oh, that sounds like it'd
Yeah.
make a great film.
Here's the thing. I feel like it could have been a really good. The first game, I feel the premise for that one is the only one that can make a good game.
How many are
Wait.
there?
4.
Do they go Five
Wait,
Nights at Freddy's, Six Nights at Freddy's? No, that's no, fuck it then.
I think because the first one is the basic premise of you're a security guard and you just got the job, and then the animatronics wake up and come to life or whatever.
Night at the
I
museum.
feel that's sort of just
that was
scary.
terrifying.
I feel like that would work, but then you have like the third one where it's like you're in like a bed and they're like crawling around. Like that wouldn't work out, you know? And like the second one where you're not in a restaurant anymore, and I feel like I don't know, the first one could be a good one, but I'm not sure about the others.
Yeah, I'm not sold.
Alright, next.
Yeah.
This one has Michael Bay attached, so it could be, something to get excited about. Tom Clancy's Ghost Recon.
Why is
Starring Megan Fox.
I was going to say, why is Ubisoft getting so many movies made?
Because they've made their own film division, haven't they, now? So
And they've made their own game division.
Who knows?
That division?
Trying their best. Yeah.
I think that'll be it. There's literally no other details really about that, so we can't really discuss it at length.
That
but-
could work, but again, they probably could just write any generic sort of super spy type script and just put the name on it.
I don't
Yeah,
think
but
it
if
would
you
be
use the same
fancy.
sort of gadgets and stuff that they have in the game, then... Did you see that... I think we discussed this before, but there was like mini film that was made by Ubisoft about Ghost Recon quite a few years back when the latest game came out, and it was really, really good for a short film, so they could do something really good with it.
Okay.
Next up, probably the most exciting one on the list, I think, for me anyway. The Last of Us.
Ugh. Sorry, I was one of those people who didn't like The Last of Us.
Oh, it's amazing.
What? Get out.
I know. I didn't like it. So I'm very like whatever to this movie. Maybe it'll be a good one. But it's like it's zombies. There's so much zombie shit going on now.
It's not really zombies, though, is it?
No,
They're
it's
plants
Yeah, but like
that have
if
infected people.
yeah, but if they're gonna make it into a movie, it's gonna be in the zombie genre.
Admittedly,
I mean?
yes.
It's gonna be in the same type of thing that we've seen.
I find the
of.
monsters much more scarier in The Last of Us than they do zombies. I don't know why. They're just weird. They look stranger and they just make me feel ill.
Just call it The
especially
Happening
ones that have
too.
exploded faces.
No, let's not call it. No one wants to call anything The Happening too.
Yeah, The Happening too.
So
Oh god.
I thought the story of the film was great. Of the game was really good.
They
But
need
I
to do
think-
something different though.
Yeah, the only thing, no, apparently it's pretty faithful to the original script. The only thing is, like, it was atmospheric in that because you felt like you was there. Like, I don't know how they're going to translate that to the big screen, but Maisie Williams has apparently had meetings about playing the lead character. I'm not
I
sure
don't
about
want
that
that.
one.
No.
But Sam Raimi's on board as producer, and the game's writer Neil Druckmann is working on the screenplay. So
Druckmann?
Druckmann. Did I say Druckmann?
Yeah.
Speaking to Ross too much.
Yeah. So next up, another big game franchise that could work and could fail: Mass Effect.
Move on.
So Star Wars, basically.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. It's just like, why would you even try and do it?
Who cares?
Yeah, I'm one of those people that doesn't. Like,
I think this fan base is there to make it popular.
I'm not a fan
Man.
of Mass Effect games, to be
I'm
honest.
not either,
There,
but-
I said it.
Nah, okay. Everybody has their taste.
Metal Gear Solid.
It doesn't need a movie.
So this has been in talks since
too fucking
2006. So let's be honest, it's just not going to happen, is it?
Nah.
So
weird.
let's just, we
I,
talked-
especially not. I don't think it's gonna happen as close to the last game. You know, I think I have to like. There's been more space between when a game's released and when the movie's released. They wouldn't release it so close.
if you was going to do a Metal Gear Solid story, if I was to give advice to them, it would be to completely scrap the story and make one from scratch because it's bullshit.
It is.
Yeah.
The only way
the
they
games
can
are
make
great.
it work. Yeah, the only way they can make it work is an animated series or an
Yeah.
animated film, I reckon.
Yeah.
There's no way you could do live action.
The games are great, but they're so convoluted and over the top, and no, fuck that. I wouldn't watch it. A couple of weeks ago, we talked about Metro 2033 getting a film adaptation, so we don't need to go over that again.
Yeah, I'm excited for that one, though.
Meh.
No, I think
I've noticed you're liking all the horror ones.
Yeah, I do
Ross.
like horror. My wife loves it, so I know we'll go to the pictures to see it. But it was a great game based on a book. So
Yeah.
Don't get me wrong,
Yeah.
I'm all for it. I think it'll be great.
that
But we
could be the best of the bunch, story-wise.
possibly, like you said, it's based on a Russian book.
Yeah.
And I think he has some saying it, so yeah,
Yeah.
could be good. It could also be shit, but hey.
Yeah.
Next on the list is we've already had a film based on
Yeah.
Mortal Kombat, but we're getting another.
Here's my thing. Wouldn't it be great if they made a Mortal Kombat film that was made and starred the people from the raid?
That would be
Like,
pretty epic.
that
And
would
we've
have
got Tony
been-
Jaa as well.
That would have been the best. I feel like if it's gonna be a Hollywood Mortal Kombat, it's gonna be shit and it's gonna be cliche. But if they actually do something like the raid, get actual people who can do stuff.
Well, it was an American
And, like-
director who did the raid, wasn't it? Gavin something or other. So
yeah,
if they
but
got him to do
he
it,
still shot it in Indonesia. He had actors from there, and it wasn't actors; it was people who actually knew how to do the stuff that he wanted
yeah.
them
Well,
to do.
if they got this guy to actually direct the Mortal Kombat film and use those actors from the raid, because I know they're a group, aren't they, that do a lot of films together. So if you got them, but the thing is, they couldn't play all the characters because the characters are all different nationalities and stuff. So they'd have to play certain
Yeah.
characters.
They'd have to get someone with 4 arms to play Goro.
Yeah.
Just
Yeah.
someone stand behind them, but really close, and put their arms under their armpits.
Yeah, exactly.
mean,
No, but you know what I mean, right? Like it's gonna be. I think they're gonna have the type of actors who are generic, and then they're gonna have the stunt doubles. Probably.
Yeah, I'll wait and see on that one. I mean, there's been quite a few different Mortal Kombat. There's been series, there's been games. Oh, obviously there's been games, there's a list of fucking video game adaptations. But there's been TV series, there's been movies already. I'm not that fussed. It's never going to be as great as Street Fighter, the original
As long as it's
one.
really gory.
Yeah.
I loved that movie. Kylie.
So
oh,
Kylie
superb.
Minogue.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
Shut your mouth.
moving on, Minecraft. I'm surprised this isn't a thing already.
But
Eh.
oh, this is my thing. How are they going to make a story out of Minecraft?
Well, have you watched Seedlings? No. It's a really good, cool, like, online, like, web series.
Stop promoting your mate's web YouTube channel.
No, but I was just saying, like, they made it.
I was just thinking to myself, I have heard of this actually. It was you that told me about it a couple of weeks ago.
Yeah, no, I was just saying.
Must have
you can
listened
do
to your
stuff
brother
with
talking
Minecraft.
about it.
You can do stuff in Minecraft, so it's like I
Punch
think that's
trees.
the only one with potential.
Oh, if it's a film where you just went around knocking out cows and pigs, punching them and stuff, I'd watch that.
Perfect film for us. This is being made by Always Sunny in Philadelphia's co-creator Rob McElhenney.
I don't know.
Something like that.
He's hot. I love him.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
they're the producers of Lego Movie and Mean Girls. So
Oh, okay. That's interesting.
Yeah.
there's some talent there.
Mm-hmm.
I think this has the potential of being like a new Lego movie.
Let's be honest, it'll be huge regardless. It could be the shittest film in the world, and
Yeah.
everyone will go and see it. So.
Brand
I think
recognition.
they might have some really cool humor in it. I'm excited about. I don't even play Minecraft, but I'm more excited about this than like anything else on the list. Pretty
I'm
much.
good. I'm good at Minecraft. I'm good at Minecraft, Kev, aren't I?
You're fucking terrible at Minecraft. You just burn shit with lava, or you tip water over it and destroy somebody's hard work that they spent like 3 hours on.
I spent like a good solid month of in-game time on my Minecraft world, but I would never show Ross. He can't be trusted.
He came into my world once and I kicked him out within like 10 seconds.
Yeah, can't be trusted. So next on the list anyway is Ratchet and Clank. This one's coming 29th of April. What amazes me is the cast stars Paul Giamatti, John Goodman, Rosario Dawson, and Sylvester Stallone.
Some most random bullshit.
Yeah,
The trailer looked awful.
it did.
I didn't even see the trailer. I heard the
Oh, don't
Ratchet
bother.
and Clank movie, and I was like, ugh. Who cares?
I'm not talking about the Raving Rabbits movie because I fucking hate the Raving Rabbits.
Yeah,
Ah.
I thought so.
Resident Evil: The Final Chapter.
They need to stop with the fucking Resident Evil.
It's called the
it's
final
called the
fucking
chapter.
God.
I think they might be.
Oh, well, you don't know.
The-
I thought the third one was going to be the last one, and like, oh no, here we go again. Oh, in 3D, and then it's just like, oh my God, the first one was
They make
okay.
money.
The first one was okay. Like
The first one was good. Yeah,
everybody liked it when it
I
came
don't
out.
even mind the second one, to be honest. It's not a great film, but it's fun
Yeah.
to just put on and watch.
Quick, we'll get him in the Nemesis program.
Yeah.
At the
Yeah,
end
they
of the day,
were-
like, all movie studios are amoral, so all they care about is how much money it makes. So if it's something really shit but people pay to go see it, then they're just going to continue to make it, aren't they?
But like
So
to be fair, this was early 2000s, and I mean Resident
2002,
Evil.
wasn't it?
Yeah, that was a different type of zombie movie that it sort of started like a new era for the zombies. In that, I call them zombies in that way. But you know, I think everybody thought it was a cool movie, and the second
was
came,
fun.
people were like, meh. Third, and then now it's just
Yeah, they did a
They've
sort of
just-
Mad Max type movie at one point, didn't they? Was that the third one?
Yeah, the third one.
Yeah.
See, here I am shitting on it. If you actually look in my collection, I have every single one on DVD and every single one on Blu-ray.
wow.
Yeah,
I
part of the
only
problem,
have
Dave.
the first one.
I have a bit of a Resident Evil collection though, so it has to go in there, doesn't it?
No.
No.
Well, I don't think this one's gonna be cool. I think it's gonna be shit.
If you want a good Resident Evil movie, watch the animated ones. Those ones are great. Well, some of those ones are great.
Yeah.
Moving on, Splinter Cell, another Tom Clancy.
This could be good.
Tom Hardy.
I love
Stated-
Tom Hardy.
Yeah, he's apparently going to be starring.
What a beautiful
and he
man.
says that they will be shooting in early 2016.
Can I just check something, right? I swear down, when you said Tom Hardy, Kev gasped like in excitement.
I did. I've got a
He's
Tom
like me
Hardy
though.
man crush.
We love Tom. I love Tom Hardy too.
Tom who?
His brother, Tom Cardy.
Not
It was a twin in Legend.
Well, that's the thing. Is in the same week I seen Legend and The Revenant, and I'm in love with him.
You want to
You didn't
What?
I'm in love with him.
Oh,
Oh.
He's amazing.
I thought you said it didn't bother with them. I was like, what? Are you serious?
No, he was like so good in both those movies. I'm just like, yeah.
Legend is so underrated. That film is so good.
I still haven't seen it. It's in me to watch list.
Yeah, I haven't seen
so
it
this
either.
is scheduled for 2017, with it filming any minute now.
I'm not
So-
hyped.
I like Splinter Cell,
I'm just.
and again, it's an easy film to do. Let's be honest.
I hope they have that iconic sound as well when he puts down his goggles. The whatever the hell
Yeah.
it goes.
Yeah.
Next, we've got another original film that no one's ever tried to make before. We're talking about Tomb Raider.
Ugh.
It could be good if they keep the theme of the newer games.
That'd be
And
awesome.
Give her pants.
Just get the actress out of the games and get her to star in it.
Yes. Oh, yes.
that is an obvious choice
Yeah.
because she is Lara Croft to me now.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. Angelina Jolie was a poor casting choice back then.
Yeah.
Her British was
But she was like the only
hilarious.
real female action star at the time, really, wasn't she? Whereas now there's a lot more
Yeah.
of them.
Hal Berry.
Megan Fox.
Ugh.
Put her in everything.
No, Megan Fox has weird thumbs.
Yeah.
That's not what I'm looking at.
No, look at her thumbs.
Let's
She literally has big toes for thumbs.
Scott
Yeah.
Taylor's.
I swear you pointed this out to me before.
I have. People say
Oh!
about how hot Megan
Wait.
Fox is. No, stop what you're doing. Google Megan Fox's thumbs right now. I'll wait.
Here's the thing. I just read that there's a Norwegian director who's going to be part of it.
Yeah, you probably know him, don't you?
You know what? Wait, how would you guys say his name?
Raw Ufang.
Oh my god. That's
Raw
hilarious.
Utafahang. Utafahang.
You'd say, you know what? Utaug?
Yeah, that's what I'd say as well. Yeah.
Yeah, he made The Wave. Oh, well, I haven't seen The Wave, but it got like really good reviews. It's like a sort of like a tsunami type movie. Not type, it actually is a tsunami.
Like The Impossible.
movie.
Do you know, I completely forgot Daniel
Well,
Craig was in.
it's
fucking-
like because there's this place in Norway, like by like a fjord, where that could easily happen, and it might have happened at some point in history.
Ah, it looks
So-
like her skin's growing over a thumbnail.
I didn't mean you go and Google it. I meant the listeners.
Oh, right, okay.
Oh, jeez. Yeah, it's pretty intense.
Go to
That's
meganfoxthumbs.com.
Oh,
That's an actual thing. Dave,
that
did
a
you
thing?
start that?
yeah. Oh no, I'm going there now though.
I hope there's a subreddit.
Beware,
Ah.
maybe it's trademarked.
Megan Fox
Who
thumbs.
knows?
Is it thumbs.com?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Oh god, there actually is a Megan Fox.
Can we
Fun
move on
stuff.
now? Yeah.
Yeah. So, completely different from Tomb Raider, Uncharted.
Not really. Could be the same. What if they put those two together?
Tomb Raider versus Uncharted, I'd have to call it because that's
Not versus, together. Nathan Drake, Lara Croft, just having to work together on something.
Oh, what about Nathan
I don't-
Drake, Lara Croft, and Ratchet and Clank?
No.
Right.
I don't think. Well, no. But I think they could work in Warcraft, Segway.
No,
I'm so
you can't just say
fucking good at
names and then
this.
call it a segue.
Segway.
So we're already getting a Warcraft movie this year, aren't we? Apparently, we're getting a Warcraft 2 and 3 afterwards as well. I'm assuming that's as long as this does okay.
I think they think it's Lord of the Rings.
I think they're trying.
This
to
is going to
do
fail hard. I've
Yeah,
got a
I
feeling
thing
this
is-
is going to fail hard.
Duncan Jones has a brilliant track record. Like,
He
as
does.
if you've seen Moon, it's one of my
Yeah.
favourite films. It's amazing. So I should be excited, but no, I'm not.
I don't think anybody is. I think it's like, I don't know. It's one of those things. I think people like subconsciously are thinking, I don't want to get hyped because this is going to disappoint me. You know what I mean?
I'm just not hyped for it. I've never been a Warcraft person, so to me, it just looks
Me
like
neither.
a CGI fest. and it's not something I really want to see.
Yeah, and I even know people who are very like into World of Warcraft, and even they're like, eh.
Do you know what I didn't realise is Duncan Jones is David Barry's son.
Yeah.
I didn't know that until, obviously, the recent news. But,
I didn't until I was reading about his obituary and that.
More you know.
Yeah, exactly. But yeah, so we're getting the first one. That comes out further June, and then we will get 2 sequels. We'll probably get them regardless, let's be honest.
Yeah.
So, last 2 now. Probably one that's the most exciting and one that's very meh. Watch Dogs.
Yay!
Well, the game was absolute shit, so they can't fuck it
The
up.
concept is good though.
Yeah, I think they would be a better movie than a game.
It probably
to be honest.
would, yeah.
Yeah.
Weirdly, Zombieland's writing duo Paul Wernick and Reet Reese
I love that
were
movie,
signed up to
Zombieland.
script the film. Zombieland I wouldn't see Zombieland and immediately think these two could do a really good Watchdog.
But I just thought of this right now. I feel like Watch Dogs as a movie could be very Mr. Robot-like.
Yeah. I don't know. I just think like the idea of him being able to control traffic lights with his phone, and if you add a little bit of humour into it, I think it could be quite good.
It could. Let's be honest, you could just do The Fugitive again, but have him a bit more tech savvy.
Yeah, why not?
Yeah, but I feel also this in the wrong hands could easily be one of those like really cheesy what a hacker is. You know what I mean? When they're like make it a cliche.
Aiden Pierce.
It'd be like
the movie.
It could be a John Wick type film, like a revenge type movie, where he's this vigilante going after some bad guys who like killed his family.
And all vigilantes talk like that.
Only the ones in a mask. And finally, probably the best one on the list as far as I'm concerned, besides The Last of Us, The Witcher.
Which is definitely getting made, isn't it? They've started, so
This is definitely a thing now. There was already a Witcher movie called The Hexer over here. It was not good. Go and watch a trailer of that.
It was a TV show that they turned into a movie, though.
Oh, was it?
Yeah, basically they started filming a TV show and it never fully got quite made, so they turned it into a sort of TV movie type thing instead. But no. Or it was a movie that they divided up into TV episodes. I can't remember. Something along those lines.
So, I'm a big fan of the Witcher books, and the best part of the Witcher novels is the short stories at the beginning, because all the stories are quite different. So I think you can have, as long as you're not basing it on the game or a story we've seen, it would be really good. I would definitely go and watch it.
But would it be based around Geralt?
Probably, but that's okay because he's been around for a long time. So you can have him as the main character and just.
Wouldn't it be cool to have like a different Witcher, like his predecessor or something?
Yeah, I would have
a
with that as well. Yeah, there's different schools of Witcher, and yeah, I'd like to see what they do with it. I really just hope they don't do a straight adaptation of the novels.
Wait a second, wasn't there a film that came out recently with Vin Diesel called The Witcher or something, which was basically
The Witch Hunter.
Which is basically the same sort of concept, though, where he hunts witches and demons and stuff.
Pretty much.
I haven't seen that.
Yeah,
I haven't seen
have
it
a
either,
TV series. It's all linked in, so it becomes a bit of a universe, and like Yennefer, the Young Years, things like that.
Oh, it doesn't need an extended universe.
Nah.
So yeah, I'm not surprised it's getting a movie adaptation after the ridiculously, I've lost my words. Oh, I don't know what I was saying.
After the ridiculously shit.
Popular. That's
Okay.
it. Successful was the word I was looking for. It's speaking in this language, I struggle.
I see.
Is that all our movies done?
That's the last of the movies.
Okay, well, we've got a couple of announcements.
I didn't know you was going to tell everyone about your operation until like next month.
It's only a hernia, Dave.
Oh, hernia. I thought you said it was a hernia.
Oh, right, okay, no, that was totally wrong.
Kev, cancel the cake.
Shit, hang on.
Right, basically, first of all, if you own an Xbox One and you got last year's free Games with Gold iDarb, go and play it until you see our logo.
Oh, wow, you just sent me the photo and it looks amazing.
So, as we've been recording on air, someone has been playing iDarb, and they've just noticed the fact that a logo that Kev made last year is actually included in the game.
Hey.
That's made my night. I generally feel like welling up.
This is only your first podcast. What are you doing like next year?
Beautiful.
I know.
Secondly, we would love to welcome to the Out of Lives Network, which is an ever-expanding, growing network of podcasts, the Tanked Up podcast, where they drink beer and talk video games. So check out outoflives.net in the next few days and you'll get a link to all their stuff, but they're all part of our ever-growing network. And if you've got a good idea for a podcast, fuck off, because we've got enough to do. But, plug, Sophia, you're always the longest, so you go first.
He's saying you speak a lot.
What? Are you kidding me? Oh no. Okay, I'm gonna make it real short. Twitter.com/itsSophiaH. Go there and follow me and tell me what your favorite type of ice cream is, and I will reply with a funny GIF because that's what I do.
Reply to her and Ian Hink about cereal, and if you get milk in it.
No, no, don't do that again. Stop. No, leave it be.
You can follow me on Twitter if you want to. It's actually no, don't follow my Twitter. Follow my brother's Twitter. If you follow my Twitter, all you get is Mexican nudes.
Ooh.
So follow him at Captain CAPTIN news. That's the Twitter, and that's about it.
Kev.
Yeah, you can find me on Twitter also if you want to talk about dinosaurs, you want to talk about raptors, talk about some T-Rexes, talk about some Stegosauruses, some Iguanodons, some Brachiosauruses, some pterodactyls.
Some Compsognathus.
Yeah, one of those as well. Yeah, find me on Twitter at Don't Shoot Tani.
Okay, well, if you want to send us feedback, you can do at podcast@outoflice.net.
No, do tell us what video game you think should get a movie.
Yeah,
do
we'd
it.
love to read that out.
Yeah.
That's it. For your challenge, your homework for this week is to send us a video game
Yeah.
that deserves to get turned into a movie. Also check out our website, which is outoflives.net, and you can catch me here and also on My Xbox and Me weekly. Plugging that. Why not? And
We should probably plug all the podcasts.
yeah, let's just do it. So we've got Out of the Crossfire, the PlayStation podcast. We've got Out of Nowhere, which is a wrestling podcast. We've now got Tanked Up, a beer podcast. Is that it?
It is for now.
It is for now. But anyway, we'll catch you all next week with our penultimate of our 40s.
I was going to say, I find that, penultimate episode. I was like, I didn't know we were finishing.
We're only going to do it at 50, then I'm going to take all the money and run away and spend it all in beer and hookers.
I was like, I've only just started.
Yeah. But anyway, as per usual, I've been your host, Ross, and I've been joined by Eduardo Jimenez.
Nice.
Hola!
Kev.
Yo, bye.
And Sophia.
Love you.
Mic drop.
You're in tune to Out of Lives. www.outoflives.net.
Can't handle the truth.